Now we're on to the level Trouble. This is by Ryoko TK, and you're wondering why it's called Trouble. This is a reference to something that Durandal says, that's how he describes himself at one point in the game. He describes himself as Trouble, and he spells it out even. And rockets are the best way of getting rid of the Enforcer problem, and that's important because Enforcers are actually quite dangerous in this game. Sounded like somebody teleported in out here. Yeah, they did. I think I knocked him into the goo. Oh, there's a lot. Oh no, oh no, oh no. That should be everybody. The thing about this map, Trouble, is that you're always in peril. Even if it's just going down this hallway has like pits which you can fall into. So you're always in trouble. You're always in peril. There's a lot of these Enforcers who are very dangerous, have a high health pool, and dish out a lot of damage. And they're ranged attackers, so it makes them even more dangerous. No. basically stuck here. I can't move. I was stuck. What did I get stuck on? Well, that. Okay. I'm just gonna suicide here because that's not. Okay, so I'm just going down the hallway. I'm just walking down the hallway and the whole army is teleporting on top of me. Yep. Okay. I'd like to withdraw, but these doors are very, doors in this level do not work very well. So, like, once you turn them on, you really can't turn them off. Everything in this level is designed to kill you. Okay. Might as well save, because who knows, the next time I'm trying to go down a hallway and the entire 4 army decides to teleport on top of me. What? Do we have any more unexpected surprises? Yes, that was an unexpected surprise. Wow, how did I fucking... Excuse my language. How did I fall down there? This is a low gravity level, so you kind of lose control over your guy a little bit. This is a big part of the reason why low gravity levels are not very popular. You can launch guys all over the place, as that trooper just got launched. But the actual movement mechanics are actually pretty unfavorable to the player. You can get stuck very easily. So going back to this death trap, because... Well, because believe it or not, there's a secret here. guess we gotta do it. This. That platform will crush you to death. And that one is a trap. That is also a nasty trap. We got some ammo out of it though. And we can go over here, but I don't know if we'll survive. We need health. Where is the health recharge? That'll work. Okay, back on track. Oh, no. Oh, yep, wow. Open that up. There wasn't anything in there. Okay. Got 1, 2, 4. Okay. So before we go on, there is a secret. A cleverly placed secret. It is... I think you've got to get on here and then wait until the last second. Yeah, I didn't wait for the last second. Okay, let's try this again. Go! Well, okay. That's waiting past the last second. I think I've died more times on this level than on any other level. Well, I got whatever. I got a invincibility, which is, I think, what I was going for. Okay, we just died. Okay, I'm just gonna suicide because we're not getting out of this. Okay, I'm just getting knocked around all over the place. Low gravity really sucks when you're dealing with guys like that. So we're gonna try and go on this elevator without getting killed. Can this be done? And this takes us to this area, which opens up this door. So now we got to open up this remaining door, and that will move. That will get us to where we need to be. Where have we not been? In here. Everybody? Maybe? Got him. I think. Ammo. Before I go this way, I just want to know what's on this other door here. Something good? No. We've already been there. There's nothing behind this door. This is the door we want. Oh, sneaky, sneaky. One behind me. Oh, no, 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 no. One time in this level where... Oh man, that's just horrible. Okay. So that should have opened up the way forward. I heard some guys teleporting in. Yep. Shoot! Secondary explosions really come in handy. So is there anything that we missed? I don't think so. I think this is, yeah, this is a full clear. Okay, so we're finishing up Trouble, and we're going into the next level, which is Fortress of Voided Warranties. And that is a level made by me, one of the 2 levels in this campaign made by me. It was actually the second level I made. The first level I made was, you're not going to see that until later in the campaign, chronologically speaking. It's actually towards the very end of the campaign. But we'll go now to Fortress of Voided Warranties. So here we're in the small room. The door is locked. We have no choice but to drop down a long way into this room. And here we see a pool of goo, another pool of goo, and it's flooding. If you look closely, you see those waterfalls are forming as we speak. They're coming down as we speak. And there's ×3 health here, and a save. And so the whole idea behind this level, the reason why it's called Fortress of Voided Warranties, is that I wanted to have a theme for it, because the original Bungie level that this was based on was called For Carnage Apply Within. That's probably the most forgettable level in the entire Marathon 2 campaign, because there's just not a whole lot going on. Nothing going on in the story, just a couple random combats, and then you're through with the level. So to remake that level, I decided I was going to go and try and have a common theme for my level. And the theme was going to be that everything was broken, the lights don't work, the switches don't work, the doors don't work, the level is slowly flooding with goo, there's dead mobs everywhere, bad guys are teleporting in everywhere, the Durandal terminal is incoherent, the Taicho terminal he seems to be in control of the situation. So the whole idea is that the bad guys are winning, and the situation is spiraling out of control. And so that's why it's called Fortress of Voided Warranties, because everything is broken. Now, there were 2 other level names which I was going to possibly have. I was going to have either Maximum Insecurity or Flood Insurance. And I actually had a poll in the Marathon Durandal Done Different Discord about which one of those to choose, and we ended up, the Fortress of Voided Warranties ended up winning by 1 vote, but then somebody wanted to change their vote, but by then it was too late. The name had already been entered by Ryoko TK, so that was that. But anyways, you might also be wondering why we started out in this tiny little room up at the top here, and the reason is because that room was the very last thing added. That was the 500th polygon out of my allowed 500 polygons. And the reason for that is because originally you just started in this room here, but then late in development, Ryoko was like, well, Murgen, you've got to do something about the fact that you're having your starting position in a room which is going to very quickly flood with goo. So that is problematic from a co-op multiplayer standpoint, because you can't have starting positions that start under goo or lava or some other harmful substance, because in multiplayer, if somebody dies, they respawn back at the start, and that's very problematic, obviously, if this place is going to be flooded with goo shortly, which it is. So I had to create that tiny little start room, and then when this place floods with goo, which will happen soon, anyone who is respawning is going to respawn in that start room, and that locked door, which we saw at the very beginning, will open up and allow them to basically continue the level without being instantly killed by goo. So that's why that exists. Now, I don't know how many people are going to be playing Durandal Done Different co-op. I mean, it's pretty easy to make it co-op compatible. All you have to do is have 8 start locations, and to make sure that the start locations don't start under harmful liquid. So moving on, we got some lighting going on here. Only the top area is lit because the bottom area is blocked. And in the theme of everything's broken, we got broken wires, sparking, we got this door doesn't work. We got to use this maintenance passage. So goo works both ways, and this is actually, in the actual Durandal levels, you actually see this quite a bit, where the bad guys end up getting teleported into goo. It's not really explained whether it's Durandal who's putting them into the goo, or whether it's Taicho, who is a psychopath who is putting his own men into the goo, or whether it's just like a really chaotic situation and people are just getting teleported into goo because it's so, such a chaotic situation. But anyways, this goo is going to start flooding as soon as we go up here. So as you can see, the goo is flooding. This is not like the level where the bobs are, what the Bob doing? Or what about Bob? It is not like this because this is very slow flooding. You're not fleeing for your life. Unless you're really super slow, you are not going to get killed by this goo. But it does drive home the plot point that this level is slowly flooding. So you don't want to be, wow, I missed. So you don't want to be taking your time about killing these. Wow, I missed again. Okay, they're toast. So this door is opening slowly, so you get to see that the level is flooding. And also, I have a really cool lighting scheme going on here. Or if you look closely, you can see that I used about 24 lights here. And it looks really cool because it looks like the light is just flooding through this hallway, and then it's going dark, and then it's flooding through the hallway again. So I think that was a really cool visual effect. I also like this light here because you can see there's different gradients of the lighting. So basically, the closer you are to this main light, the brighter it is, and the further you get away. I liked that a lot. And if I had more than 500 polygons, I could have made this look even better. But yeah, the goo is going to keep on coming. It's coming. It's going to flood this whole area. So we need to get on this elevator and get the heck out of here. Okay, we're safe from the goo for now, but it will be back. So here you see this quite often in Marathon 1 and not so often in Marathon 2, but you see a compiler logged into a terminal oblivious to you, so you just get to walk up to him and blast him. So this area here is an homage to the original For Carnage Apply Within, which is the Bungie level, which was this basis for this level. You see this a lot. This is a recurring architectural theme in Bungie's level, where you've got these square areas. And So obviously I decided that I needed to have that in my level, but you're going to see that it's a little bit different than how Bungie did it, because when Bungie did it, these squares, everything around them was flooded with goo. And here, it's not flooded with goo yet. But as I said, the goo will be back. And right now, these guys just came out of the ceiling. These guys came out of the door over there. So when I was designing this level, I was making it, it's actually quite difficult to have multi-part battles in the Marathon engine. So, but in this room, like for example, I made sure that there's actually 3 waves of enemies. The first wave was the fighters. The second wave was the ambush from those guys coming out of the ceiling. And there's going to be a third battle fought in here, but we won't see that for a bit. So here, foreshadowing. This looks like a loot room, but is it a secret loot room, or are we going to get here as part of the main level? And the answer is, we're going to get here as part of the main level. That switch opens up this door. Here, the Durandal terminal is completely incoherent because he's basically under attack by alien hackers. So this is basically an armory area, and all of our levels were designed so that they could be pistol started. So that's why there's all these weapons here. So if you were playing with a pistol start, this would actually be a quite useful armory level. Not just for the ammo, but for the weapons. So moving on here, you see there's this area we can drop down into. And these guys... Okay, so there was a lot of fighters who just attacked me. They attacked me from here, they attacked me from there, they attacked me from over here, and they even opened up this monster closet to attack me from behind. So they're attacking me from 4 different directions at once. And normally I wouldn't do that to the player, but the guys who just attacked me were melee fighters who are the weakest, most pathetic enemy in the game. And it's actually really difficult to find any use for them because they're so pathetic. They're actually more of a good thing to have on the battlefield because they're blocking shots. Like bad guys aren't going to shoot at you if there's a melee fighter in the way, and quite often there will be if they happen to be on the battlefield. But yeah, they're just such a non-threat, and I decided, well, I'm going to give these guys their chance to shine. I'm going to make a 4-way ambush with them, including a monster closet opening from behind, which I normally wouldn't do. I normally would not be that cruel to the player, but I mean, these are melee fighters. They're pathetic. So I think it's a pretty cool ambush. If I was actually trying to kill the player, I would have replaced those troopers with those fighters with troopers or something more dangerous. But melee fighters, it's just not very much of a threat. Okay, so we're in this area. There's a big lava moat over here. Some wires. ×3 health, which I'm almost at full health, so I'm not going to grab it right now. But I am going to destroy these wires. And what does that do? Well, look at that. So now, this is the reactor room of the ship. And this is also an homage to the original Bungie level, because in the original Bungie level there was also, oh no, there was also a reactor room. But the reactor room that Bungie made was just kind of an aesthetic reactor room. Didn't really have much effect on gameplay. These reactors, they're not just there for looks, although they do look kind of cool. Everybody? I think that's everybody. Yeah, so these reactors don't exist just to look cool. They also exist because we need to use them to cross this lava moat and get to the other side. So we're going to be jumping on the reactors. And you can see there's two different locations. You can go on the bottom level or the top level. Actually, it doesn't matter which one you go to. Okay, so we ended up at the top, but going to the bottom will take us to the same place. It will take us to this place, where there is yet another reactor. Which will take us over here. The Roof Hunter is very dangerous. Okay. So I wanted to make a really big, memorable room. And so this is like it's supposed to be a shuttle bay. And this is as far as, basically, this is about as big as you can make a room without breaking the limits on Durandal Done Different, where we said, well, we can't make a room which breaks the, I think it's the 30 world unit limit. And this is about as close as you can get without breaking it. And the reason why I wanted to have this big, memorable room is going to be apparent very soon. So this door opens up here, this switch opens that up. And once again, this is a multi-part battle. The first part was with the hunters. Now we got a couple troopers coming in. So there's 4 enforcers teleporting in. And this is a really long hallway, so Marathon, you really don't see a lot of long-range combat going on. And there's not a lot of enemies which are actually good at long-range combat. The enforcers are one of the few that are. So I wanted to make it so that your rocket launcher is kind of like your sniper rifle in this game, because there is no sniper rifle. Most of your weapons are best at close range combat. So I wanted to make this long hallway just to force the player to fight at range, because if you're trying to run up to the enemy is they're probably going to get roasted, because enforcers are very dangerous. The guys teleport in. So I was trying to make these rooms architecturally memorable, and there's a reason why, which you're going to find out very soon. So this switch opens that door, but the door doesn't stay open for very long. This door can't open at all. So we save our game, and we're forced to go forward with no way back. This is just here for aesthetics. Here's a ×3 energy can. This opens this up. Turn on the lights, and we see the scene of a massacre. Dead humans everywhere. Something horrible happened in this room. Also, the lights don't stay on for very long. So this is a very ominous, foreboding area. And just to add to it, of course, I had to make sure that the Taicho terminal was here. He's the bad guy, and he's basically gloating over his defeat of the good guys. And so we're getting ready for a major boss-type battle. And so you might be wondering how I got all these bobs killed, because these are not these are actual bobs. They started the level out alive, but I made it so that when the player gets close to this room, that the bobs will activate, and that the bobs will be killed by a pool of goo, which will then recede back under the floor. So that's how I did it. And I think it looks very ominous, which is exactly what I want this room to be. As you can see, it's very dark, and I'm giving the player a chance to learn the layout of this room, including especially where the light switches are, because those light switches might save the player's life in just a couple seconds when all hell breaks loose. And this really has been described as a creative and innovative fight, and because I don't think anybody has ever done this before in Marathon, where you have a battle which is really dependent on lighting, and where lighting actually plays a pivotal role in how that battle plays out, because well, you can see it for yourself. So we hit this switch here, opens up this door, but like everything else on this level, door is broken. But it shows us back to this area we were in previously, including now the door to this ammo room is open. And it also opened up this area here. So we hit these wires, and now that door is slowly opening up. But now, invisible compilers. Invisible compilers, we are in trouble. Yep, we got stuck. Stuck behind an invisible compiler. But invisible compilers are a pretty big threat under any circumstances, but under these circumstances, in a completely dark room, they're basically invisible. And the only way you can see them is to use the light switches to see where the bad guys are. And yes, this is kind of a dangerous fight. It's actually probably the most dangerous fight in this level. But I justify it by giving the player ×3 health and a save immediately before the fight. Another thing which I did when I was designing this fight is I wanted to make sure that there was nowhere safe in the room. Oh no, no, what? No. Okay, it's time to stop screwing around. I think that's everybody. Wow. Embarrassing. I was spending too much time talking, not enough time paying attention. So now all the lights are out, and this area is flooded. There's an alarm going off. This is the long hallway from earlier. More alarms, more flooding. This is new. And we can't go back this way because it's flooded. Oh, and you know, if we had looked back through this window, we'd have seen this is now flooded. So basically the whole level is now flooded. And we're going to backtrack through the level, which is now flooded. And now you understand why I wanted to have architecturally memorable areas like this. We're back in the cargo bay, but it's now flooded with goo. And I put the save terminal right there just to make sure that if somebody fell into the goo, it's probably going to be fatal, but they can just immediately restart. I don't want to kill the player here. I just want to show them, hey, everything's flooded now. I think I'm pretty generous as far as like giving the player a ×3 health. And now I'm giving them a save, so... Oh, wow. But this area is flooded, so the bottom floor that we could have used before is no longer an option. Now we're back in the reactor area. But that too is flooded. But we still get to go back. So now we're going through the high ground. Because the high ground is all that's left after the flooding. And this is the new area which is opened up. So we drop down here. We can get on this box from before. This terminal, or this hallway, takes us back over here. And now we're back in the square room, which is also flooded. Everything is flooded. Oh, wow. And this door, which was open before, is now locked, so we have to go across the moat, which takes us to this area. And now that door opens, which is closed for the whole level. And we get the ammo from the ammo area. We get this if we need it. The switch is already used up. Nothing to do with this switch anymore, but now, if we go to the terminal, it'll teleport us out. We've completed the level. Okay, now we're on to Hanging for Brain Makes Me Hangry. And that's by Hypersleep. And the objective here is to get... oh no, oh no. Oh no, oh no. What have I done? Oh, wow. So that was not supposed to happen. As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, the objective here is to destroy Durandal's computer core. And so here it is right here, but it's all closed off. We need to open it up. And this is a really cool central hub, and it pays homage to the original Bungie level because it's also kind of a central hub. Basically, you go blow stuff up, and as you blow stuff up, more parts of the level get opened up. And I just cannot believe I did that. Wow. Actually, I can totally believe I did that. Okay, where is this guy? I was aiming for the Enforcer. I got him. These guys teleport in. So now this lift is going up. We're being forced to fight for every inch of terrain here. Oh, what? Wow. What? How am I? Who is shooting at me? Okay. Well, that was totally deserved. Wow, I suck. Guys over here. Why do I continue to... Oh. Stay away from the goo. I don't know how many times this lesson has to be learned. Did I get the ammo over here? I did not. Not that I'm really hurting for ammo. There's a secret here. Do I risk it? Yes. Fine, let's go. That's where we already went. Great. So by the time I get to the actual location I need to go, my invincibility has worn off. What? Yeah, this is a pretty difficult fight because there's so many ways they can come at you. No! Okay. No! Ugh. Okay. Playtime is over. Stop screwing around. There's a secret up there. You can get to it by grenade jumping. I think there's another way to get to it. So, is it you go down on this thing? Yeah. Okay, so that teleported me up to the secret area. Nice. I like that. It's very cool. Somewhere over here is a hunter. Yep. We've been here. Been here. It has to be here. Okay, so we got enforcers walking down that direct route. See, that's what I. This is a good use of multi-part battles, because basically we were in this area, but now the whole area has changed. So That is definitely a secret. The question is how to get up there. He just keeps on redefining this area, which I think, you know, is pretty cool. You start in with, you know, pretty enclosed area, and then it becomes not enclosed. And the bad guys keep on teleporting in. I should not have done that. Because what that did was that disabled that and that. Very bad. Okay. But at least we get some health. I want to say it's here, but it's not. I'm trying to figure out how to get that secret. I mean, I can grenade jump up there, I guess. Maybe. That's not how you do it. There's a way to get up there. Oh, wait. You gotta look at your map, Murgen. Now it's open. Here it is. Now we get nice. Very nice. Now I think there's just one area left. No. So I like this long-range combat, especially these guys who are silhouetted on the walls. Hunters and enforcers are the long-range combatants of this game. So this is a good, effective use of those bad guys. And I kind of figure I'm going to get ambushed when I go down there. Yep, yep. So this is the very end. And look at all this ammo I've got. 137 pistol clips, 85 fusion batteries, 53 MA75 clips, 34 grenades, 13 missile packs, 8 napalm canisters, and 139 shotgun shells. Wow. And so we smash this and we immediately get teleported to the next level. And in the original Bungie level, this next level, the big house was like 10 seconds long. You were just there for a couple seconds. The Bobs sprung you out of prison, and that was it. But Quadrillard Boy, in his remake, decided that we're going to do a proper Shawshank Delusion. We're going to do a proper prison escape, complete with alarms, using fists to punch your way out of prison. I know. So this is a secret area.
Let's go! Why don't we wait for backup?
Made him go to berserk, so he'll attack his comrades. Oh no. Oh shh. Okay. I got this guy's alien weapon. Those are bobs in there, which I unfortunately just smushed. That is actually a callback to Marathon Infinity, where you're breaking out of a prison in a Marathon Infinity, and you get into that kind of situation. But very cool nonetheless. So we go up here. The bobs are not doing very well in these firefights.
Why don't we wait for backup?
But anyways, that was a short level, but it's still way longer and better than Bungie's 10-second level. And so this is one for each of you. This is by Ryoko TK. Oh, so look at this. I started with this alien weapon, so now I can use that alien weapon to trigger those stairs. Otherwise, I would have had to take a long way around. But now, I get 2 pistols. I get like them apples. Oh no. Bad. Very bad. Go. So yeah, in the prison level, I lost all my ammo, so now I'm down to just 10 pistol clips. 8 pistol clips. Oh, what I wouldn't give for a grenade right now. What does this do? Opens a door? Opens that door. I can use that health. But I think there's bad guys. Bad guys in this room. So we're not going to go to the health. We're going to go... Yep. I kind of did this out of order. What I was supposed to do was go here. In the original Bungie level, it was kind of not a very popular level because you were stuck using pistols for most of the level, and not even dual pistols, just a single pistol. And it's kind of anticlimactic, especially coming from the Durandal chapter, which has some of the most ferocious combat in the entire series. So I do appreciate that this campaign right off the bat gives you a shotgun and dual pistols. Very nice. So that is something which is an homage to the original Bungie level, and it is a very difficult thing where you've got basically troopers have the high ground there. You're way down at the bottom. You don't really have your rocket launcher anymore, so you don't have basically your best anti-sniping tool. Is everybody dead? Maybe? I think so. No? No. Now everybody's dead. Oh no, really? Down in the pool. Where did he go? I like this lighting here. Very nice. We even oh. Oh boy. Is this guy still alive? Okay, finally. Fortunately, shield recharger is not far away. This way. Okay. Yeah. So just how the lighting, like, it's all coming from this one little alcove there, but it just floods out. That's so cool. I like that. And everybody's dead up here. Wow, I didn't even shoot them. I guess they just killed each other. Oh, there's a lot down here. So many I could just shoot. And I'll be bound to hit something. Okay, let's go. Bad, there's a Flappy Boy still around, but really? So this is taking us actually back to the, this is the other side. But I'm gonna. And this basically allows you to cheat and go through the level without having to go through this half of the level. But I'm not going to do that because we're doing this as a completionist run. We're going to play it as it's meant to be played. But I mean, we're definitely keeping the times 3 cut. Okay, so I went that way last time. Now we have to go this way, and this opens up the second half. Oh, whoa. Got him. I think I got him. I got him. Come on, Flappy Boys. You need to be out of here. So that floods this area, and I kind of wanted to fight those. Okay, how are we going to do this? I think I can get... Oh, maybe they took care of it. Okay. Well. So that completes the level, but there's a little bit more. So if we go this way, go it's not here. Maybe it is here. No. This would take us to... Okay, there's some ammo here. Looking for how to get to... It's not here. Okay, this is where I want to be. Oh, you've got to be kidding me out. Wow. Wow. I need to get on this thing, and there is a secret. Okay. Thank you. Now I think any terminal should take us out of here. Oh no. So this is Good Bob's. And the whole deal behind this is that there are simulacrums that have infiltrated the Bobs. And you gotta, they look just like the Bobs, except they bleed yellow and they explode and they try and kill you. So these guys are probably okay, because they haven't tried to kill me yet. Nobody's...
Ah!
In this level, you gotta be so careful, because the simulacrums are everywhere. Yeah, that's exactly why. You get caught in a reload, and that's it. Ouch. I'm just gonna go in this corner here. Anyone who comes towards me is probably gonna be a simulacrum. Are you? What about you?
I'm out of ammo!
And they say specific things which other Bobs don't say. This is actually some of my most favorite levels from... And I just cannot save the real Bobs. No! From where? How? There goes my ×3 health. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna kill everybody in that room. Everybody in here.
Don't shoot! I'm out of ammo!
Reload faster. Everybody.
No! Blast the vent car!
No, 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 no. If you run towards me, you're gonna get killed. I don't care if you're a real Bob or not. Ugh. The real Bob death count is very high.
Don't shoot!
No. Okay, what's going on here?
Kill me! Kill me!
So one of the things which I think is the really architecturally cool about this level, Good Bob's, was made by Aperture Grills. He's kind of famous for speedrunning in the marathon community, and also from some parkour, like grenade jumping. He's pretty skilled at that. But if you look at this on the map, I just dropped down into this basement area, and the basement area roughly coincides architecturally with the area which I just came from, which is pretty cool. So there, it looks like that. Small secret here. That switch opens up an elevator.
Don't shoot! I'm out of ammo! Kill me!
Oh! No, and I lost my... Ouch. That was bad. That was extremely bad.
I'm out of ammo! Follow me!
I absolutely deserve that because, wow, absolutely terrible gameplay on my part. I messed that up. Well, okay.
Frog
Yeah.
Man's
I can't even kill myself because... Come on. I don't have a grenade launcher.
Don't shoot! Ah!
Suiciding is much easier when you have a grenade launcher.
I'm out of ammo! I'm out of ammo! Ah! Don't shoot!
Yeah, so this is a pretty cool close quarters combat scenario because first of all it's dark and there's all these different angles that they can come at you from. And there's simulacrums and troopers, so you're fighting in their taking damage. Triggering that switch. You are not out of ammo. So as you can see, these two areas here just kind of fold on top of each other with this brightly lit top area and then these
Let's go!
not so brightly lit basement areas. So that secret switch we hit earlier triggered this. So this takes you up to a secret area. And invincibility. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be making much use of that invincibility because I've already cleared out this area. Well, at least we got those guys. Another really cool thing is this fan here. This is a homage to what Bungie did in their level. There was a big ceiling area here, ceiling vent, but they didn't have this fan. This is Aperture Grill's idea, and I think it looks really cool. Oh,
Ah!
I can't even really, okay, yep.
Ah!
I'm sure the 4 victory there was no doubt helped by friendly fire. No, it was dark. I couldn't see him. That's my excuse. So I think what was supposed to be going on here is you flip that switch and these crusher platforms crush these bad guys that are coming at you. I decided to just shoot him instead. And of course, this looks like a trap. Oh, you're gonna give me this really nice present here, huh? Yep, 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 there they are. There's everybody. Yep. This might be a good chance to actually use that crusher trap. Come on, guys. No, they're not coming on the... They're not hit any of them. Oh, I got a few! Oh, I'm gonna crush your trap! Fight smarter, not harder. Okay. I think that is it. If you're wondering, you cannot get into this ventilation shaft I'm pointing at. There's nothing here. Okay, we saved some of the bobs. Sorry for all the friendly fire incidents. So this is Major Exercise Agnostic Thermogenesis, and this is by Cassis, and I believe I played some of his maps in Hellpack, which, if you've never played that, that is probably one of the most difficult marathon scenarios ever. It's also probably the most unconventional marathon scenario ever, because it uses a lot of game engine quirks to create unusual gameplay.
This way! Move it out!
Shoot him? Wow. Who else is still alive? I guess. Wow, you guys survived. Nice job. I was not expecting any Bob survivors. And this lone guy out here by himself, no, you are not a Bob. Really? Okay, we're gonna take the ×2 health. We need it. And finally get our assault rifle back. No. No. What am I stuck on? Okay, okay. Wow. Get up. Okay, they're shooting at me from over there. No, you didn't. Oh, wow, okay. They just want to fall down in this place. You can get out of there, dude. Seriously, just climb up the 2-inch ledge. Or don't. Oop, there he goes. Well, it's a good thing I saved. How? Okay. Okay. You shoot a million grenades at somebody and they all miss. That probably means you're a horrible marathon player. Come on. Okay. He's gone. So there's a secret here. If you can grenade jump up to that ledge way up at the top there, it takes you to a secret area where there's an even harder grenade jumping puzzle. But I know my skills. There's just no way I would even make that first jump, let alone the even harder grenade jumping puzzle afterwards. So we're not going to be doing that. Guy to the right here. Ouch. Where did he go? Did he fall off? No. Make a really nice pattern. Show how bad of a marksman. Okay. Maybe I can knock some of these guys in the water so I don't have to fight them. Oh, that'll work too. Splash damage from the grenades. I'm taking damage. Must be below me. I don't know where he is. Oh, he got behind me somehow? What? I don't know where this guy is. He's shot me twice now, and I have no idea where he is. Now it's 3 times. He shot me. Okay, finally. So this big water pillar, you can actually swim up in it. And in the original Bungee level, there was also a water pillar, but it was just there for aesthetic purposes. You couldn't actually swim up into the pillar like you could here, which I think it's pretty cool that you can do that. This takes us to one of the 2 computer cores. The other one is down here.
Don't shoot!
These with the seeker grenades are very dangerous. trooper on the right. Oh, so much for dodging his grenade, huh? Come on. Don't kill yourself. That'll work. Guy up there. Two guys. Oh. And one of... No, we are not fighting that guy. Where are you? Well, it's a good thing I saved. And that's the second computer core.